Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Aqueduct Racetrack here on Sunday. It is the 27th of October, 2024. Gonna look at the 10th race from Belmont, the Big A, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and I mean it around the world. Let's look at the 10th from Belmont, the Big A, which is featured on the program. It's the Empire Classic Handicap. It's going for a purse of $250,000, race for 3-year-olds and upwards, state breds here. We have a field of 9 horses to take a stroll around the Aqueduct main track, which is 1,800 meters in circumference, or a mile and an eighth on the main track. My top selection here, I'm going to go with the number 4 horse, Bank Frenzy. 4-5-1-2 for me in the superfecta. 4-5-1-2 super, top selection 4 horse, Bank Frenzy. This 4-year-old gun by Central Banker here. Rito Rodriguez trains. Ira Ortiz Jr. picks up the mount. They ran the horse most recently in option 62 here at Aqueduct, a mile on the 15th of September, and he finished second by 2 1/4 lengths. He had Lasix on for the first time in 2 starts, and he basically stalked all the way around the race course after not the best beginnings. He was a little bit wide. I thought he plodded along. I didn't think it was a half-bad race. I think he does his better running style around 2 turns. Coming to 2 turns for the first time in about 13 months shouldn't be a problem. Back to state breds, I think he could find a trip to win. He ran 2 back on the 18th of August at Saratoga on the mud, but Harrow going a mile on the Wilson Mile in the Evan Shipman handicap, and he won by 1 1/4 lengths that day, and he didn't have the best beginnings. I think he shuffled back going into that shoe pin turn, but he settled well down the backstretch. He quickened up nicely, saw a good pace to close up into, and he did just that. A very good run with an 89 buyer, and then option 45 here at Aqueduct by a mile back in the late May. He won by 5 1/4 lengths and from a wide trip on the front, and he really took off clear. Like I said, he's making his first start around 2 turns since last September. That came over the mile and eighth locally on the stop in the State Burn Allowance race, winning by 5 lengths from an outside trip. He left to get good position out of the gate, and he flew home clear. That was a very strong run with an 86 buyer. He's training well on the train track at Belmont. He could win. I think the 5 horse here, Olympic Dreams for Ilkim Camartamansi and Flavian can win also. This horse is best for being remembered by winning at Belmont, or nearly winning at Belmont a few years ago. Like 28-1 on the showcase day they had in the spring. But, his form as recently hasn't been half bad. First off the bench at Saratoga, in an open optional 80 claimer, he finished third by 7.5 lengths, where he kind of got caught late, but he got around the race course well. They ran him against some tough horses in the spring in the Excelsior and the Fort Marcy. He's down in class here today, back to Aqueduct around 2 turns. He likes his trip. He can win at 8-1. Let's use him on this ticket. And even the 1 horse here, Drake's Passage for Manny and Christoph. He won the commentator at Saratoga back in June quite easily. Came to run in the Brooklyn against some tough horses, and so a very tough optional 60 at Saratoga back in the summer. But he's down in class, back to a track he likes running on. I'll give him a shot here at 2-1 to end off the multis. But to recount my selection for the 10th from Aqueduct, it's the Empire Classic. We're going to take the 4 horse Bank Frenzy. Give kudos to the 5 horse Olympic Dreams and the 1 horse Drake's Passage. 4-5-1-2 super, 4-5-1 in the multi race. So good luck to all, and please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.